local cafe and I'm going to get myself tsukimi soba, which is here. Tsukimi means moon viewing soba, so we'll see what it looks like. Okay. Soba is a type of noodle made out of buckwheat, and there is a number of types, I guess, of different soba, and it's called like Juwari Soba means 100%, means 100% soba, means it is made with 100% buckwheat. Then Hachiwari means 80% buckwheat and 20% wheat, normal komugiko, as they call it, or wheat flour. Etc. etc. The best one, of course, is Juwari. So this place is actually selling Juwari Soba, meaning that it's a pure soba that I can eat here. The soba itself has amazing consistency, and the soup is just and that is why it's called moon viewing soba, because it has an egg. Well, I'm done. This was delicious. And I was looking at this menu here, and those of you who are thinking of traveling to Japan at some point and are worried about numbers and ordering and things like that, of course there are guides where you can get like a phrase book, for example, of how to say please, thank you, this and that. And most of the touristy places will have an English menu. But it's actually easier than it looks in terms of numbers. The dishes that they have here, it's all in Kanji, which is a Japanese writing system, in hiragana, and there is some in katakana, which is like rice. But numbers are actually quite easy. You don't have to remember kanji for 100, you don't have to remember kanji for 1,000 here, for example, and it's quite common. The only kanji you need to remember is from 1 to 10, and I'll put a link to the best site I guess I can find, or the simplest one, in the description below. But if you look at this menu here, it's actually quite a bit more simple. You can see that like this kanji is, for example, for 7, and then there are 2 zeros. This basically means 700. This is not what you usually do in numbers, and like 1,000 usually has its own kanji, but if you could see, it's just 1 kanji for 1, which is the simplest kanji in the world, and then you have 3 zeros meaning 1,000. So you can pretty much quickly understand that this kanji here, well, this kanji, this number here would be 850, which is 850, because it's 8, then 5, 0, 850. So there's a simple trick for you to remember how to read menus in Japan when you're traveling, when you're going to places like Kurama Tera, where you would get menus in Japanese mostly. Okay. Now it's time to go, and I'm going to ask for a check. You can't just say check please, you can't do that here. People won't understand. There are a couple of ways of asking for a check or a bill, and the easiest one is kaikei onegaishimasu, meaning the calculation please. So let's see if it works. お会計お願いします。750円。750円。はい、わかりました。It worked.